Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well and staying safe. So I'm back with the next part of my collections video. So today I'll be starting with the letters, the brands that start with the letter M, N, O and P. So I'll start with the letter M, of course, and the first brand that I'm selecting here is Mancera. I have three Mancera fragrances and I feel there are a lot of other interesting fragrances from that house, I know, and I've heard about them a lot, but I feel these three are three very unique fragrances in their own way and quite interesting ones too. The first fragrance that I have in my hand here right now is Hindu Kush, and this is a very interesting fragrance. And the first time I heard about it, it has cannabis, and this is the first fragrance in my collection that had cannabis in it, and I was very intrigued by that. I won't say this is a very feminine kind of a fragrance, but to me this is unique because it's truly unisex. Any woman can carry this quite easily. But yes, men would be definitely more comfortable, and safe to say that never blind by this. You need to have a certain taste in fragrances to be able to enjoy this. And I like unique fragrances, because of which I enjoy this. The next fragrance that I have in my hand is called Cedrat Boise, and this is a far more fresh take on fragrances, though I feel the presence of sandalwood, the presence of patchouli, it has cedar, so there's the little bit of woodiness, adds a lot of depth to an ordinarily fresh fragrance. This is not exactly the kind of aquatic freshness. This is a different kind of a freshness. It opens with the freshness of the bergamot and the lemon, but has a lot of depth added to it. And I think it is the presence of the other notes, the presence of sandalwood, patchouli and cedar. I think it gives that longevity to gives it a longevity that is usually not available in normally fresh fragrances. The next fragrance that I have from Mancera is Instant Crush, and this was a 2019 release from their house, and to me this is more of a romantic, beautiful, gorgeous kind of a fragrance. Men do enjoy wearing this, but I think this is more on the feminine side, and this has got a lot of creaminess to it, along with a little bit of woodiness and spiciness to it. So it all adds to the depth of the perfume beautifully. And the next fragrance house that I have is closely related to Montale. Closely related to Mancera, and this is Montale. I have two fragrances from the house of Montale. One is Intense Cafe, and this one I have not I don't think I've shown this too many times because I've not worn this too many times. This is Roses Musk, and this is both the perfumes. I mean, there are many of you who might not be too fond of Montale fragrances. They are a bit synthetic in their character, and they tend to be a little too loud at times, but I like the longevity, I like the projection, and most importantly, both these fragrances that I have does the job of the fragrance beautifully. Like Intense Cafe is like a coffee, chocolatey coffee kind of a fragrance, and Roses Musk has the rose perfectly delivered in a way I want it. So that way I love these two. I have a few other Montale fragrances in mind, which I hope to get them soon, because they're not usually always available. That's what I've noticed. So the next fragrance that I'm going to go to is from the house of Marc Jacobs, and you have seen this many times on my videos, and this is Decadence. Truly a boss lady fragrance in my opinion. Oh, beautiful greenness, beautiful powderiness, and I don't know, there's something about this fragrance that's very strong to me, that comes across as a very strong woman kind of fragrance to me. And if you ask me, this is a perfect workplace fragrance as well as a day out kind of fragrance at the same time. The next fragrance house that I'm going to come to is Mugler, and I have this three very popular fragrances from that house. Two, of course, I can say is very popular. One is Alien. This is all about jasmine, and the next one is this is called Angel Muse, and the third one is Aura. This one, as I keep saying, introduced me to the green note in fragrances. I know what is a greenness in note in fragrances when I first sniffed this one. So very quickly I'm going to the next brand, which is Maison Francis Gouchian, and the first one that I have here is Oud Satin Mood, and this is, oh god, this is so gorgeous. This is one of my favorite rose and oud fragrances. The next one from Maison Francis Gouchian that I have here with me is called Grand Soir, and again, many of you have it. This is, oh god, this is one of the most beautiful amber perfumes that I have in my collection. Actually, if you have this, you don't want anything more. This is so much of a signature scent worthy fragrance. Okay, quickly I'll go to the next fragrance house, which is Martin Micallef, and I have only one from this house right now, and this is Mon Parfum, which I got recently. You might have seen it in my haul video, and this is such a gorgeous fragrance. Oh my god, this is such a gorgeous, when I say gorgeous, you can imagine like a diva like gorgeousness in this bottle. This is, and even I like the bottle design, this one, the crystals here. So this one is all about vanilla, caramel and patchouli, which I love. Very good longevity, extremely strong projection, which I love actually. There's a certain elegance to this perfume, despite the projection being strong. It's not like, that loud kind of thing. It's something that you would love to sniff around you. So that is the thing. The next fragrance house that I have with me here is Maison Margiela, and this is the replica series. I have got 3 of them with me here, and the first one is Coffee Break. I'm sorry about the lighting. So this one surprised me a little bit, because this is not exactly your coffee caramel kind of fragrance. This has got an amazing freshness at the opening, which is quite remarkable. The next one that I have here is Jazz Club, and my god, this is a gorgeous beauty. This is such a beauty. I cannot recommend this enough, ladies, because normally I had the feeling, I had the notion that this is more for men, and I would have really missed out on a very good fragrance if I would have thought of it as a male fragrance, because this is anything but male. This is like truly unisex, and anyone can wear it. This is such a beautiful, creamy, gorgeous fragrance that you would love to wear. The next one that I have here with me is called By the Fireplace, which is by far the most popular fragrance from this house. I feel everybody talks about this. This is to me, after now I'm wearing it, now I have worn it a couple of times. I have this with me. I can sniff it anytime. I feel I like Jazz Club and Coffee Break much more than By the Fireplace, because this is a bit on the dry down, is a bit dry, it's a bit woody, and this is exactly the smell of beautifully glowing firewood, if you ask me. But there's nothing wrong with that, it's good, but I like Coffee Break better, that's it. I like Jazz Club even better, that's it. So all 3 have a good longevity on my skin, about, I wouldn't say extremely good, they last for a good 6 hours on my skin. The projection is medium, nothing too much, nothing too loud, but nothing too, it's not like a skin scent at all, it's quite prominent. So I'm done with my M collection, and now I come to N, which is quite a bit. I have quite a few fragrances left, which is actually getting me worried. I don't know how many more episodes of this collection videos is going to go, so I'm just going to hurrying through the collection a bit, don't mind. I'll come back to these I'll come back I'll come back with these fragrances on and off in different kinds of videos and give you the notes and details, and I'm very sorry about rushing you through this. The next fragrance that I have is from the house, I'm starting with N, so I have it from the house of Narciso Rodriguez, and this is EDT for Narciso Rodriguez for Her EDT. This is the black one, and this is the Musk, Supreme Musk. This is like a supremo of the Musk perfumes. This is so gorgeous. No matter what I say, how I exactly demonstrate here, it's not going to be enough. You just have to go and sniff this. This is such a blind buy worthy fragrance. Similarly, I have the pink one, the Narciso Rodriguez for Her. This is the EDP, and this to me is equally beautiful, seductive, romantic kind of fragrance, but this one I feel is more suited for daytime activities, and especially if you're wearing it to the workplace. And if you choose to wear a perfume with a very low profile to the workplace, this should be it. It'll keep you happy, comfortable, at the same time not inform too many people around you about the fragrance you're wearing. So that's my Narciso Rodriguez. The next one that I have here with me is from the house of Nicolai Parfumerie, and this is Kiss Me Intense. And oh, this is a beautiful, creamy, buttery, almond kind of a fragrance, but this has got a bubblegummy sweetness which I'm not too fond of, and I feel this is far more for a younger person. This is for a much more younger person, far more active, and this is not a very mature kind of a fragrance in my opinion, which is why I have not really worn it that much, and it may go out for the next declutter. The next fragrance brand that I'm coming up here with me is Nishane, and if you go through my Nishane collection, you will know why I'm rushing through this video so much. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Nishanes to share with you today. And the first one is my favorite from this house, which I always mention is a second bottle worthy, is a full bottle worthy fragrance. And this is called 100 Silent Ways. Sniffing this, I feel Annie and others are so overrated, so overhyped. This is the real deal from Nishane. This is floral, bit woody, very creamy at some point, and the best part is the sweetness and the creaminess is balanced with the woodiness. I just can't tell you enough about this. This is an amazing fragrance, good to go for both men and women for any occasion, and most importantly, this has got an amazing longevity. The projection I feel is medium, nothing too strong, nothing too overbearing, but it's pretty much there, but so I just like to call it medium. The next one that I have here with me is Zenne, and this is for women, but I think if you like a bit of a fruity floral kind of a fragrance, I think men can wear this too. This is not typically sweet feminine kind of fragrance. This has a lot of balance to it as well, and has a lot of juiciness to it from the fruits, and it has got rose, it has got vanilla at the base, so it kind of works beautifully. The next one that I have here with me is one of the most favorite ones doing rounds these days. Everybody wants one of this, and everybody has this. This is Wulong Cha, and this is a perfect hot and humid weather spiced green tea kind of fragrance. Oh, the tea is lovely over here. Tea is beautiful over here. Not the kind of tea that I drink, but definitely the kind of tea you would want to wear on a hot and humid day. Oh, this is gorgeous. The next one that I have here is again a favorite, but after you have discovered so many other favorites from Nishane, it's hard to say this is my only favorite. This is Annie, and this is to me, this is like a spiced up vanilla. Very beautiful on the skin, extremely good longevity, and medium projection. On my skin, I don't find it very overbearing or loud. This is like a medium projection fragrance. But after having worn 100 silent ways, I have worn very less of this one, to be honest. And the next one that I have here is Bozsporuzs. Oh, this is sea water. This is like sea. Not exactly salty, but the seaweed that is there in this is so amazing. And again, I think this is a vintage bottle that I got, because the cap, this is a different kind of a cap, but again, I can tell you safely that this is such a summer friendly kind of a fragrance, nothing less than Wulong Cha actually. And another one that I have, which I love even more, is called Fan Your Flames. This smells a little bit like dry sandalwood, but it has got coconut water and it has got rum, which is why I think it is the combination of the two that's giving me a sandalwoody kind of a vibe. But this is a very, very gorgeous fragrance. This is not like an aquatic kind of fresh fragrance or anything like that, but this is a very summer friendly and a very, very long lasting fragrance, very long lasting on my skin. The next one that I have is another company, and a very unique company in my opinion. They make unique fragrances, and this one was more out of curiosity than my fondness to wear it that I bought this fragrance. And it is from the house of Nasomatto, and this is called Baraonda. So this one has whiskey. You can understand how unique it is. And honestly, I have worn this exactly 2 to 3 times, if I remember correctly. And I can't say it was a love at first sniff, and I cannot say I hated it. I did not hate it. I liked it after a while. It kind of turns into this, because from when you sniff it from the bottle, you get that note of whiskey, which I'm not too fond of. But so, you know, initially you feel like, how is it going to smell on my skin if I'm going to smell like liquor all over me? But it's not that. It's a completely different take when it's on your skin. So I come to, oh my god, I finished the whole bunch. So I've come to the last fragrance, and this is one of my favorite designer fragrances. This is from the house of Prada, and this is called La Femme Intense. Oh, this is such a gorgeous fragrance. And you know, every time I wear this or every time I sniff this, I am reminded of kind of great Indian weddings and great Indian occasions, like wedding related occasions, you know, where there are a lot of people, and I feel you need to wear something really this strong, this kind of heavy on projection and sillage, because anything else, anything light and very dainty will get lost. So you need something like a powerhouse fragrance, and this is one of those. So obviously one of my favorite fragrances from Prada for an evening wear is absolutely gorgeous. So that's it from my collection here today. And I'm going to actually keep on recording that other video, because I want to finish this collection video thing, and I have no idea how many more you know, episodes there's going to be. I have already missed 3 fragrances here. Okay, I've forgotten all about them. I don't think I've mentioned them, so I have to check, and I will mention them in my next video. And I'm really trying to wrap up this thing by the next video. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I just love bringing it to you, and I hope you're not getting bored by the same collection video. And as if I'm not moving forward, I will move forward, I promise, with one more episode of the collections. You asked for it, you know, everyone asked for my collection, and I knew this is going to be boring at one point of time. So until I see you in my next one, lots of love.